All right. Welcome everybody. I'm so glad that you're here with us tonight. We're here to learn more about some essential oils, and I'm so grateful that I have one of my best friends here who is actually a Diamond Club member, and she travels the nation teaching people about essential oils and how they can improve their health. So please welcome Callie.
Thank you. I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you for opening your home, Heidi, to all of us. And Heidi has been one of my dear friends for a really long time, so thank you so much. I just want to say I'm so excited to be here because I get to share something that I'm very, very passionate about, something that has completely changed my life and the way that I take care of my family. And the purpose of this class really is to educate and empower you to take care of your family's health naturally in ways that you never thought possible. So with that, I would like to know first why you're here. What are some frustrations that you have felt with your current healthcare situation? Why are you here?
It feels like when I go to the doctor, the cost is high going to the office, and I was looking for something that's easier and more affordable.
Awesome. Okay, so more affordable healthcare right now. Okay, how about you?
Side effects. I don't like all the side effects from medications that I'm currently taking.
Okay, side effects, adverse reactions, it's very, very common. How about you back there?
I think just to learn a little bit more about natural ways to improve my health when I'm not sick as well.
Right. Oh, that's a really great thing, how to prevent illness naturally. So let me tell you that a lot of people come for a variety of reasons, many of which you already mentioned. Some want to know more about ways to prepare for emergencies, what to do when they're camping, a plethora of different reasons. And some people, there's a little joke that says, well, have you watched a TV commercial that has that with drugs lately? Have you ever watched one of those? Or, well, they're on all the time. What's your favorite side effect? Anyone have a favorite one?
Death.
Yeah, you will die. You could die taking this drug. Well, I'm here tonight because a year ago, a friend of mine shared with me a sample of essential oil. And I thought she was kind of kooky. She's not really, but I kind of thought, really, you think this is going to work? My little boy, Kenyon, was a year old and had chronic ear infections. And month after month, I took him to the doctor. He was given an antibiotic. And about a week or two later, he came down with the same ear infection. And as a mother with an infant, I felt hopeless and powerless with my little boy. I felt like that was my only option, and it wasn't working, and he was just coping with this pain. So I happened to be on the phone with my friend Melissa, and she said, Callie, would you just try an essential oil, and if it doesn't work, then you can take him back to the doctor. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, sure, I'll try it. So I put a drop of melaleuca on a cotton ball and just put it just right here in his ear for a second, and that was it. Well, 20 minutes later, he kind of stopped fussing, and the next day he seemed completely fine. And I kind of was blown away by this, going, no, it was probably clearing up anyway. So I went to my husband and I said, okay, John, I know you have chronic sinusitis. He's had a sinus infection for months. And I said, just try this. And 2 days later, he was fine. And I thought, no, I don't know about this. And so I started experimenting on all of my neighbors. And when my neighbor got off their prescription allergy medication and my other neighbor got off their prescription insomnia medication, I finally realized that I have a gift. And because I have a gift, I have to share it. And now this is what my husband and I do, is we teach classes on essential oils. Is there a time and place when you need to go to the doctor and use modern medicine? Absolutely. Absolutely. However, I believe that you can take care of most of your medical mini emergencies right at home with essential oils. I want to be very clear, though, on 3 things. We do not prevent, treat, or cure disease. Do you know what actually prevents most diseases? What do you think prevents disease?
I'd probably say your nutrition or just your own health.
Yeah, the way you take care of your body. So your diet, your exercise, your rest, your stress management. Treat. How about treating disease? Who treats disease? Doctors, right? Doctors will treat symptoms and they'll fix broken parts, but they do not heal your body. What heals your body or cures? Do you know what it is? Go ahead.
Again, I think it's yourself, your body. If you give it the right nutrients and things that it needs, then you will heal.
Absolutely. And that is part of our wellness philosophy. If you give your body everything that it needs, all the nutrients and the right fuel, it can actually heal itself. And so we are an advocate for health and wellness overall. So today we're going to talk about what essential oils are, how to use them, and the best way to get them. So first off, I'm going to hand out this little tear sheet, and this is part of our presentation today. Number 1, it says, what are essential oils? Essential oils are extracts from plants. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So a lot of times people say, well, I'll just drink peppermint tea. What are the advantages to using an essential oil? Well, 1 drop, for instance, of peppermint oil is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. Did you know it takes about a ton of peppermint plant material to make 1 liter of peppermint oil? So you really are using the lifeblood of this plant. And this lifeblood of the plant, so as you can see, you're looking down at this picture here. This picture is a picture of a peppermint leaf, and on that leaf you'll see an oil sac. And that oil sac is what protects the plant from disease and predators and keeps it healthy. So when we use that on our own bodies, we have the same effects. Number 2, you'll see it says it's a natural alternative to synthetic drugs. And many of you are here because you are looking for a natural alternative. So something that's really interesting to note is an essential oil can have hundreds of different compounds. Each compound has a different medicinal benefit. Okay, so I was studying a little bit last night. Have any of you heard of the wintergreen plant? Wintergreen is a beautiful plant, smells wonderful. It has so many different benefits. Well, the main ingredient in wintergreen is a chemical compound called methylsalicylate. Okay, so I actually looked up Bengay, right, last night. And on Bengay, that was the primary ingredient. And I thought, well, that's interesting. We probably already know that most of our pharmaceutical over-the-counter medications are derived from plants. Now, the interesting thing, though, is what happens is a drug company will isolate these compounds and then synthetically reproduce them in labs to be able to be able to patent them and to keep costs low. The costs, however, we have found are actually high because these synthetic drugs cause a high risk of side effects. So we want to kind of stay away from that. Also, when we're talking about drugs and prescriptions, something that is a little disturbing to me is, I don't know if you knew this, but according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, the biggest and fastest growing part of America's drug problem is prescription drug abuse. And over 250,000 Americans die each year from prescription drug use. 100,000 of these people are dying from properly prescribed medications, and that's just being modest. Do you know that's equivalent to 1 jumbo jet crashing every day with no survivors? That's the significance of that. And it's not something that is readily addressed or is on the news regularly. So it is quite alarming. Another thing that I love about essential oils is that they can help stop viruses and bacteria from replicating. Again, they're the lifeblood of the plant. Every plant has its natural defenses against bacteria, against viruses, even against predators. And so we're using that lifeblood and it's having that same effect, right? So let's talk quickly a little biology here about a cell. You see it on your paper there. And basically, bacteria resides on the outside of a cell, the virus on the inside. Most pharmaceutical antibiotics are unable to penetrate the cell membrane to fight viruses. Essential oils can penetrate that cell membrane and actually stop viruses and bacteria from replicating. So right now, a hospital in Grand Junction is actually using a diffuser with an essential oil called On Guard to stop the spread of MRSA, MRSA, and it's very, very effective. And I love it. I've seen this happen firsthand on my own children that came down with the flu, and we were able to recover from that in about 24 hours versus weeks. So it works very good. Okay, the doTERRA difference. Why doTERRA and not some other oil brand? Let's talk about this really quickly. I'm going to pass around an oil that I got from a health food store. It's not the most expensive oil, and it's not the cheapest either. It's just one of the middle-of-the-road oils. And I'm going to pass around a bottle of doTERRA peppermint. And I want you to smell the difference. So smell the doTERRA oil first, and then smell the peppermint. And then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So right now in the market, there's 4 different grades of essential oils. You have your synthetic grade. Most of you probably used a synthetic oil today if you took a shower, shampooed your hair, used deodorant or perfume. These oils smell really great, however, they have no therapeutic benefit. Then you have your food grade, generally regarded as safe. So your olive oils, your vanilla extract, again, the way that they're processed, these are just for flavor, generally no therapeutic benefit. Then you have, next, you have in the purple, the therapeutic grade. And these are what you're going to find at the health food stores, online. The problem with therapeutic grade, however, did you smell the difference between those oils? What was your first thought as you smelled those?
The peppermint was really, the doTERRA peppermint was really fresh and vibrant. It smelled like peppermint. The other one was it was a little nauseating.
Right, so obviously something's been a little compromised. Either there's another oil in there, it could have pesticides, it could have weeds, it could have a lot of filler oils, or it could be partially a synthetic oil and partially natural. So you really don't know because there is no regulation. What I love about doTERRA's oils is each bottle has a trademark that is CPTG, or Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, and this is very, very important. I never want to tell you to use oils on your skin or internally or on your children. I never want to tell you just use any oil. You make sure that you use a Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. Now, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade basically means that first off, the plant material is sourced from the native origins. Why would this be important to get plants where they grow indigenously? Why do you think? A plant's makeup is going to depend on where it grows, right? So lavender found in Utah, for instance, is going to be different from the lavender found in the high Alps of France, right? The soil, the climate, there's so many things, even the time that the plant is harvested, that's going to make a difference in the quality of the essential oil. So here at doTERRA, we only get plants where they grow indigenously. The growers are selected, trained, and monitored on harvest practices, and we hand select our growers and make sure that they're educated. We only do third-party testing. Why is this important to have a third-party test your oils?
Because if you're testing them on your own, you could make...
Right, you could fudge a little, right? Right, so we only use third-party testing to ensure purity and potency. And lastly, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade oils are beyond organic. They're verified pure, free of pesticides and foreign contaminants. Purity is everything. Never put your family at risk. They're also very affordable.